Giving Tree, a heartwarming children's classic about kindness, generosity, and being sucked dry by a selfish parasite until there's nothing left. Once upon a time, there was a tree, and she loved a little boy, and the boy loved the tree, kinda, in the same way a parasite loves a host. The boy took her apples to sell for cash. He took her branches to build a house. He took her trunk to build a boat, and when nothing was left but a stump, he sat on it like a bloated tick, completely oblivious to the carnage he left behind. Sound familiar? It should. Because that tree is America. And the boy, well, let's just say he prefers his buildings gold-plated. At first, the boy loved the tree. He climbed it, swung from it, ate its apples, and even carved his name into it because nothing says, "I love you," like permanent scarring. But as the boy gets older, he stops visiting. Until he needs something.
I'm going to be working for you. I'm not going to have time to go play golf, and believe me.
He is the embodiment of a con man. He has taken 24 trips to Florida.
Believe me, there won't be time to go on vacations. There won't be time to go golfing all the time.
Players are spending more than 3 times as much as they did for golf.
When a rich guy with bad hair suddenly remembers you exist, it's never for a good reason. America had plenty of apples, like jobs, healthcare, Social Security. But then along came a guy with tiny hands and a huge appetite for taking.
Trump promised a lot of things. I thought it would be more family values and those programs that they really need here.
Medicare, Medicaid will not be touched.
I have said it so many times, we're not going to touch it.
President Trump has endorsed a House budget plan that would make sweeping cuts to Medicaid.
$2 trillion of cuts to health care for 20 million Americans. You're literally talking about people being kicked out of nursing homes. Right. Really poor, sick kids not getting surgeries, not getting doctor's appointments.
Do you know anyone personally who voted for President Trump but depends on benefits like Medicaid?
I know a lot of people.
The medicine that my daughter takes for seizures, I won't be able to afford it.
Irma has several chronic health issues. She's also a full-time caregiver for her daughter, who has cerebral palsy, and her sister, who has Turner syndrome.
Well, you know, the night that he passed the tax cut, he had all the millionaires and billionaires sitting around him in Mar-a-Lago, and he said, "I just made a lot of you a lot of money."
Then he took the branches. That's the free press, the justice system, anyone who dared to fact-check him on Twitter.
You are attacking our news organization.
I'm not going to give you a question.
Can you stay categorical?
You are fake news.
Now, as the chief law enforcement officer in our country, I will insist upon and demand full and complete accountability for the wrongs and abuses that have occurred.
The Justice Department is under attack. They're coming after the people that want to uphold the law as it exists. And that should be terrifying to everyone.
And finally, he took the trunk. That's the part where democracy itself kinda, well, toppled.
Demanding to be let through. Capitol Police are powerless.
I can see at least half a dozen protesters climbing the walls of the Capitol.
Pardoned virtually all of the 1,500 people who were charged for crimes relating to the January 6th insurrection.
What message does the president's pardon send?
It says that you can commit some very serious crimes, but if you do so as an identifiable supporter of the president's agenda and political interests, you may be able to get off.
And the tree, what's left of it, just sits there. Because that's what the giving tree does. But America, maybe it's time we stop being a doormat with bark.
Nobody's ever seen a stump like this. Stump's been very generous to me.
Because, folks, America was never meant to be a stump. And if we keep letting little greedy boys take everything, we'll all be left sitting on nothing. So next time a boy comes along with a golden nameplate and a chainsaw, maybe, just maybe, we say, hands off. Because the tree was never supposed to end with a stump. It was supposed to grow. The end? Maybe. But if we act, maybe, just maybe, this is the beginning.